Hi, Dougie Bird for Doug Bird Sackville here with Stuart. How you going, Stuart?
Yeah,
mate?
good, Dougie, mate. How are you going?
I'm feeling about as tired as you're looking, Stuart.
Yeah, well, that's tired.
Hey, we got the fish report for this week, the 17th, 18th and 19th of November. Holy jeez, this year's gone so quick, Stuart.
It does.
Does that mean we're doing lots of fishing, or we're
I think we're just doing lots of everything, mate.
Playing the tackle all the time?
Speak for yourself.
Okay, okay. We're going to talk about the fish report. Offshore this week. Guys, tomorrow, Friday the 17th, and Saturday, well, tomorrow's like 30 knots southerlies. Yep. Saturday is still like 15 to 20 street.
Yep.
Sunday though, looks not too bad. East, northeast, we just checked it out before.
East, northeast, up to about 10 knots.
Yeah, 8 to 12 knots sort of thing. Yeah, it's not too bad. Like it's going to be maybe a little bit white cap, but not too bad.
Just depends on how much residual chop and swell you have from that bad push that we're going to get.
Southerly, There's a bit of swell tomorrow and Saturday, but it drops out to about 1.2 metres on Sunday. Yep. The current is like nearly no current. It's like going to the north, if anything, again, which is, we've got that upwelling out there again, which is great for maybe the tuna if they're still out there. But the dolphin fish, I have caught dolphin fish in a northerly current, but not as much as in a southerly heading south current. So. Yeah. Give it a crack. But Stu, the latest gossip this week is that they're now taking skirt lures.
Take a few skirts.
Over baits sometimes.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Skirts, stick baits, all that lure stuff really starting to take off now instead of just the float line and the pilly doggy.
Correct, yeah. So obviously still take pillies out and liveys, but and if they're a bit quiet, maybe just push away a bit from the fad, maybe 100 metres to the left or to the right or to the north or south, not so much the south. And although in a current going to the north,
it would be better in
it
the
might
south.
Be the south. Anyhow, but definitely worth trying little skirts, which we sell lots of.
We do, mate. Yeah,
coolers,
so
mate.
Yep. Coming up to this time of year,
sort of bad boys.
Sell lots of skirts. So hopefully about a month or so, when you're trolling, you might get a little black marlin and stuff like that. But at the moment, it's more dolphin fish and maybe the odd skipjack.
Although I did hear of a couple of marlin caught this week too.
Yeah.
Just around the fads sort of area. Just out in the paddock. But Stu, there's a bit of coral spawn. I was out the other day, and there was a lot of coral spawn in the water. It's the first I've seen this season. Yep. Great thing to see. It means everything's happening. And there's been a lot of snapper caught. As I said the other day, we did really well just on around the fad 12C. I imagine that'd be most of the fads. So most of the guys I've been speaking to this week, Stuart, about you, mate, are getting a few, not big snapper, but nice snapper, like sort
reasonable,
of around that 40 to 50 centimetre size on average, which is way above legal. Remember your bag limit's 4 if you're on your own, and 8 if you're with. Doesn't matter for 10 people, it's 8 on your boat. 1 over 75 per 4 per person. That's right.
It's per person. Yeah.
Yeah, it's per person. Yeah, that's right. So was it 70 or 75?
70.
70. Okay, there we go. Yeah. You've got smaller ones than me, Stu. I want to say over 75. But anyhow, let's keep going. So, Stewie, casting little stick baits, man. You're a bit of a Wilson fan after doing your trip up north.
Oh, mate, I fish them a bit, mate. You know. But look, the Jackson stuff's really good as well. Yeah. But any little sinking stick bait like that stuff, really good, Dougie. And the Venom V-Swim, they work really good as well.
They're one of my go-tos, that's for sure.
Good hardware on them.
Yeah.
Ready to swim straight out the packet. But yeah, any of those little sinking stick baits, slow sinking's better than fast sinking at times. So if they're really finicky, that slow sink, Dougie, sink it right down.
They'll follow it down, they'll look at it. As soon as you start working it, they'll hopefully jump on it.
Yeah.
Always cast, not only at the fad, but sometimes cast out to abyss, to the other side, away from the fad. And you might get one swimming around on the loose. You always see them just jumping around. They're just like sometimes
they're just free jumping
100 metres away from the fad, and they're just free jumping, and where no one's fishing, and that's why they're out in the roaming, out in the wild. So anyhow, dolphin fish are good. A few black marlins start to show up. We haven't heard of any of the big hordes or big schools coming down yet. Harvey Bay had a comp last week. There's something like, I think, 114 strikes and I think 60 or 70 fish caught, but I think only about 28 or 20 were black marlin, or blue marlin and black marlin. Yeah. So, which works out like less than 1 fish per boat that fishes the comp. So, a bit quiet, but they're late. Like the marlin season in Cairns, it's only kicking in the last couple of weeks. It's really kicking in now, but big fish and a lot of fish. But one thing that is at Harvey Bay, has had a mate come back as well from Harvey Bay. Spotties everywhere, everywhere. You're walking around.
Yeah, right.
And lots of mac tuna as well, unfortunately. But lots of spotties, so, and good size too on average. So great thing to hear. They'll be here in about a month or so, but they will be here. Okay, so there's no current, so that would mean the pearlies and the snapper should be biting. So easy fishing. Fish down. You could probably fish a 1 or 2 ounce sinker as a floater out on the 50 fathom reef, you know, or a paternoster for the pearlies out in that 100 metre line, straight down. Pretty easy fishing. So a bit of windage on top maybe. Remember to reverse your boat. I feel a bit of wind. Be careful it doesn't come over the back of the boat though. Just slow. Just keep it just idling in reverse, ticking away, and don't run over your lines. Yep. So out the deep water, great time to deep drop too, Stewie.
Yeah, it is, mate.
Yeah, we're actually doing a seminar tonight on deep dropping. So this is very good to see. Not much current for that type of fishing at this time of the year, and take advantage of it if you can on Sunday maybe. Blue eye, flamies, flame snapper. Heaps of big kingies out wide at the moment, that 280 metre mark, 250 metre mark. Heaps of kingies on the 50 fathom reef, particularly northeast. They're really big kingies. Like, you don't get much under 10 kilos, then they're up to, if you can land it, up to 15 or 20 kilos. So jigs are the go, Stewie. We didn't bring any jigs up today, but we know they take jigs. So you want to be jigging around, if you're fishing like say P4 or 5, we're in that 40, 50 pound size. You're going to be using around about sort of 150 to 250 gram. And if you're fishing around about sort of 80 pound braid, probably in that 200 to 300 gram jig size. Give it a crack and hang on. So just up sort of that 2743 south is your latitude, and you're in about 82 to 86 metres deep. Okay. Give it a crack. Okay, so we'll move in a bit closer. Stuart, the fishing in on the 24s and the 18s, have heard much at all?
So still snapper and stuff like that, caught definitely. And lots of tuskies and that type of mixed reef stuff.
Yeah, that's true. I hear that too.
So bottom fishing, like little octo jigs, like that type of thing. They've been working really good, or just paternosters, Dougie, like old school style. Definitely a way to catch a lot of fish very quick. But
Okay. Very good. Also, the guys have been getting the odd cobra, still see the odd cobra getting caught as well. And not a bad size, we're in that 1.2 metre size, 15, 20 kilo. And I think there's been some, like heaps of tail on the and a few trag as well, just on the close reefs. One thing I did hear the other day when that coral spawn come in close was there's actually quite good dolphin fish around FAD 1, which is the sort of 50 metre mark off Q1 building. And it's not very often you get good dolphin fish around that FAD. You catch them around the 50 metre line, but not so much around the FAD, but they were around the FAD, and they were actually better than the fish that were on the 36s, the guy told me. So it might be worth, if you're a little tinny and the weather's good on Sunday, putting out there, have a look around the FAD 1. FAD 1?
FAD 1.
Yeah, FAD 1. Okay, GPS marks, you just jump onto Fishing Fads Queensland as a government site, and they'll bring up all the numbers for you, okay? On the computer. Okay, spanner crab season still closed. There was a thing coming out today on fisheries. Spanner crab season's about to open up again, but that wasn't true. They made a mistake. They were a month ahead of their time. It's on the 15th. Anyhow, all good guys. It is closed until the next month. Anyhow, we'll talk about that later when the dates get closer. And that's about it for offshore. So then we go inshore, up jumping. You went flathead fishing, Stuart.
Did.
Yesterday?
Yeah.
So you lost a big one, I hear.
I missed a big one.
You missed a big one?
Yeah. I didn't hook it, it just followed me in. But it was big, like very big. Yeah, it was a good fish, just on hard bodies, so.
Okay.
Lots of bait around, lots of clean water, heaps of tailor everywhere, so many tailor up there.
A lot of tailor, I went out last Saturday morning. And got a few flatties, and the biggest was about 74, I think, or 72. And we got a few in the mid-50s, whatever. But we got a lot of tailor, but one was a good one as it jumped around. Unbelievable. I could tell a story because I thought it was a big flatty until it jumped out of the water. And then the real weird part was I got it close up. It was 58 centimetre tail, so you're talking like maybe nearly 2 kilos solid. And I saw my lure up the line about that far above the line, maybe 40 centimetres. I go, what the hell? That doesn't quite make sense. And then I netted it. My friend netted it, and then we got to the boat, and the lure just fell out. And then I realised that the lure was actually hooked in the eye of about a size 8 swivel, which is only about 2 mil across. So I'd actually hooked the hook into the eye of the trace that someone's line had snapped off previously on this fish and I was swimming around with the tracing of it, but I got it through the eye. That takes a bit of skill, Stuart. Have you ever done it before, mate?
We'll go with that.
That's
probably the nicest thing that I could say at this point in time.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Stuart.
It took a lot of skill, Doug.
Yeah, yes, it did. It actually did about. Imagine this hook could just fall out any time. But anyhow, got it in, and it was a nice tail. Okay, so lots of tail jumping. They are everywhere up there. That was around Klinger, between Klinger and Crusoe Island. Yep. Heaps of tail there. Yep. And there's heaps of people fishing for them there as well. The birds are diving. And as I said, there was a lot of good tail, like 45 to 60 centimetre size. 1 to 2 kilos, good size. Yeah, I've taken soft plastics. We weren't fishing for them intentionally, but if you had been using hard bodies trolling around, or
you would have smashed them.
Yeah, would have done really well. Yeah, and I'd be just trolling stuff like this. So it's just like a jack a little bit. That's the sort of thing I'll be trolling. That sort of thing there. Yeah. Or even those two, which is a flathead lure. Right?
Yeah.
That's what
so I cast these a lot for flatties. They're really, really good. But
so we got them back in again. The tide minnows too.
They're the two new colours.
They're the two new colours. Yeah. Nice in the slim 140s. Okay. I've got the whole range of colours down there. Yeah. But they're great flathead lures, as we all know. So you got your flatties up on the shallows, mate?
Yeah, I've got a couple out the front of Duck Creek in the deeper stuff, just on that run-in tide. Got a couple there and then up on the flats, Yeah, but there was lots of bait up there. So the biggest thing yesterday was finding clean water because the tides are really big. And obviously that northerly wind. So they were all around clean water and bait. So where the clean water was, there was bait. From that big to mullet that big, and they were all hanging around there.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, very good. Yeah. The other day with the fish we caught, the flatties and the tail were just spitting up little tiny white bait. That's white bait everywhere. Yeah. Okay, very good. So a lot of flatties around there. A lot of whiting up the jump in. I got friends sending me pictures of the whiting they've been catching. Extremely good catches and good whiting, like 42 centimetres and lots in the 40s. And they're fishing around Klinger and Crusoe and Tiger Mark Channel. Bedroom, all around the place. They're just good whiting everywhere, I think. Yabbies and worms, obviously the best baits, Stuart. Yeah. Crabs, like I know there's still sand crabs at the Southern Moreton Bay. They're going a little bit quieter on the Gold Coast down the same town, compared to what they were, say, 2 weeks ago. Although I did get a few the other day, Stuart. Overnight, I got about 8. No, nice, really big ones. Yeah. I was meant to measure it last week, but I didn't actually measure. Sorry, it's measured in my belly now. But anyhow. So Stewie, back down this way, the Broadwater, how's that fishing, mate? Yeah,
so I didn't fish down here, but I had a bit of a look around. There's still heaps of bait down here. And actually, I'd lie. I did fish around Crab and just Ephraim on the way back, and I got a couple of flatties down there too.
Did you? So. Okay.
Yeah, pulled up and just fished that clean water again, just draining off the bank, just with the small hard bodies and stuff.
Yeah.
Dougie, you like these ones?
I keep pushing them, and that's all I used again the other day, and I did quite well as always. Yeah. I'm using a very small jig head on there though. I'm only using about a 1.630. And doing really well. And just twitching and rolling them sort of with the current, bring them back down the current. And they are really, really good in the water. Very good. That's the S-tackle and just a great lure.
I like how you slip in there that I done quite well as always. That was very subtle. I did
on those, Stuart. Not as always as in on fishing with you, mate. Anyhow. Okay, so Stuart, trolling lures.
Yeah, trolling. Really good. And you know what, Dougie? You can troll for everything. Like you catch brim on it, you catch whiting on them, believe it or not. These little redics have been going really, really good. Mate, coral trout one down the bottom. What do you reckon? I reckon it's not too bad.
I reckon you got inside intel.
I do, and it's good. But natural colours as well for that really clean water. But
Yeah. Very good.
All that small stuff been working really, really well.
I'm dreading when the Spanish mackerel start and Stu brings out his coral trout lures again.
There's a new one this year.
Oh,
it's going to be better.
Ooh.
Nah, not
nice.
better. Can't be better.
Surface lures, whiting.
Top water whiting. Yep. So whiting on lures, it's been one of those things that's kind of really starting to take off, Dougie. So it's been around for ages, but slippery dogs really, really good.
Yeah.
If not the little switch prawns, so if you want a vibe for them, this type of style is really, really effective. And they've got assist hooks already on them, so they just bite.
Yep.
If you look at a whiting when it feeds and they pull prawns or stuff like that off the top, they always grab the feelers and pull it under first. So with the assist hooks, they grab the feelers, which are the assist hooks, and they get hooked straight away. So that's the idea behind it.
Yep. And yes, Stu, definitely give them a crack on all species as well as you're saying.
Yeah.
Hook and everything.
Yep.
And I see even Clinton, Brad Smith charters, estuary charters been getting a few squid still. I can't believe it.
Yeah,
I haven't had time to try for them. I don't know if you had time to try for them. I haven't. But there's still a few squid around as well. So, and they're really good size too. So, might be worth a crack. This weekend we have got high tide mid-morning or late morning sort of thing, around about 10 I think it is or something.
Yeah, probably a little bit later.
Yeah. So they're big tides because as we get close to Christmas we get the really big tides coming up. So there may be some squid around on that high tide mid-morning. Yeah. Clear water. Give it a go. Stu, mangrove jacks.
Really started to happen, yeah. So they don't really like fresh water. Yep. They like high salinity water, and we haven't had a great deal of rain. The water's still really, really clear, so they're kind of everywhere, Dougie. So in all those canals, it's been fishing well. The Crush City's been going good, and then just the Z-Man diesels. Yep. Always.
Diesels are
every year.
Our biggest seller by far. Yeah.
But those heavy hitters on the top, the Rapala ones, they've been working really well as well.
Stu, I'm getting on this tackle, but I'm going to give those guys a crack on the jacks. That colour, that one. Yeah. Around
it's a good colour. That red colour is always really well.
I was thinking it's going to be a goer. Yeah. So you and I need to get out for jackfish because we're actually doing a seminar next Thursday night on jack fishing. You and me. That's us.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
First I knew about that. Yeah. See you on Thursday.
That's why I squeezed that one in before our big sale starts on the Friday. But anyhow, so we're doing that Thursday night on jacks. So just give us a ring, hit the shop, we'll book you in.
Yep.
Stewie, other than that, the whiting up the river around the council chambers, or Hotter as we call it, a few whiting at Paradise Point, a lot of whiting around where the entrance comes out of Hope Island Marina and all the way up to sort of Century Cove on that right side bank, or the eastern side of the river. Yeah. Of the Coombe River. Yep. Give that a crack. Yabbies and worms for bait. Look, they're probably up Coombe as well, but I haven't been up there this year because I haven't had a chance again. But might be worth a go as well. I'm going to try and get up there maybe next week one morning with my dad if I can get a chance and get some worms. And we'll see how we go. Anything else you want to add on the fishing report in this area at the moment?
No, not on the inshore stuff. I think that's pretty.
Beach has been too windy, guys.
Yeah, it's been blowing out.
We haven't beach fished for a while, but because of the wind, it's just been blowing. It's gone from like 30 knot northerlies to 30 knot southerlies, and it's going back again tomorrow. It's blowing northerly now. It's going back to southerly again tomorrow. Yeah. 20, 30 knots, and then it drops out on, as we said, Saturday afternoon. Sunday looks not too bad. So I went with the beach fish on Sunday, sorry. Taylor, well, they're in the Broadwater then, and they're up at the jumping pin. They've got to be on the beach out there. So.
You'd think so, yeah.
Yeah. So I see how I go with that one. Probably there's been a few on the Seaway too, by the way. Yeah, on the north wall and the running tide. Yep. Just casting into the north wall. If you're off the wall, maybe you have a crack on the both sides of the south wall towards the entrance, towards the front. Yeah. Yep. Give that a go. Stu's freshwater scene. How's that going, mate?
Yeah, good, mate. So this time of year, hot afternoons, hot mornings. It's just hot.
Windy bugs in the trees falling in the water.
That's a Dougie theory, but yeah, it does work.
It does work, actually.
It does work, yep.
Always going around circles on the water top.
Whatever. But these are new Dougie, so they're a deadly frogger.
That they are.
Yeah, quite. But they look really, really good.
Yeah. Some of those are timber lures and some
of them are soft
foam. Yep. And we've got a whole array and range of colours and sizes in those.
Yep.
And we've also got a massive range of bass band spinnerbaits. I love spinnerbaits for bass, one of my favourite. Yeah. Easy to cast out, just slow wind in, and they just hit it. Simple as that. If you're going over a log or something, you might drop them, let it fall down beside the log, and then hop it back over the log, and they'll smack it straight away.
And you know what? For something with stuff hanging all over it, Dougie, and like 2 hooks on them, they're really snag resistant.
Yeah, they are.
They do get snagged occasionally, but as you said, they kind of just bump over.
Yeah, the hook rides up like that and set it down. Yeah. And they work very well. Yeah. And you can feel the blade working. It's a bit like a vibe with the blades doing that on the way in, and you'll feel every little tap. Yeah. On braid, that is.
The biggest thing is you can't use clips with them. Just tie straight on. So there's a little right angle. If you use a clip, it's going to fall off.
Yeah, it falls down.
It falls down, gets tangled, does stuff.
Yep. That's it. So back blocks is probably worth a go to. Upper Coomera. Yeah. Up in Rain. Yeah. Give that a go. And Tweed. That's probably about it, Stu, I think, on the fish report. And we've got so much new stock coming, guys. I mean, I think we've added about another 400 new SKUs this week. Yep. So new items, new lures, new this, new that, new rods, new reels. Yeah. So we've got heaps of stuff new. If you're bored, want to have a look on Saturday and the weather's a bit crappy, we're here to help you out. And don't forget, next Thursday we've got our Jack seminar. And please be safe out on the water this weekend. Don't forget to have a look at our YouTube page and our Instagram.
Yep.
And Facebook and whatever. And jump on and have a look. And we'll help you out and teach you to learn to catch fish. Stewie, awesome as always, mate.
Thanks, Doug, mate.
Good luck next week. We'll try and get in some jacks, Stewie, one day this week. One afternoon, one morning. Before work, after work.
Yep.
Okay, thank you very much.
Too easy. Thank you.
Bye.
See ya. Bye.